In this video, territorial tax systems specifically for individuals and expats. You've probably heard of territorial tax systems, so if you're curious about how different countries tax your income, how you might optimize your tax situation as an expat, or understand the nuances of moving abroad, you're in the right place, so let's get started. First, what is a territorial tax system? At its core, a territorial tax system for individuals means that a country will only tax the income you earn within its borders. If you're an expat living abroad or someone with income from various countries, this could significantly affect how much tax you pay. So how does it work? In practice, only the income you generate from activities within the country is subject to taxation. This includes earnings from local employment, rental income from property within the country, or income from local investments. If you're an expat working in a country with a territorial system, you won't pay taxes to that country on income from your home country or other foreign sources, unless that income is brought into or deemed to be sourced from within the country. So let's contrast this with worldwide or residency-based taxation. So we can contrast this with countries like, say, the United States, where traditionally all income of a citizen is taxed regardless of where it was earned. It's citizenship-based taxation. And it's problematic because in the US, or for Americans, this can lead to double taxation, where income is taxed both in the country where it was earned and in the country of residence, unless mitigated by tax credits or treaties. Let me give you a couple examples. So one is Singapore, which is known for its territorial tax system. Singapore taxes income that arises in or is derived from Singapore. This can be beneficial for expats working there as their foreign income remains untaxed. Hong Kong is another famous one in Asia, where Hong Kong taxes income derived from within its borders, making it an attractive location for expats who manage to keep their foreign earnings separate. And then the United Kingdom, while not strictly territorial, the UK actually has elements of this system, especially post-Brexit considerations for competitiveness. However, UK residents are taxed on their worldwide income, though there are allowances and reliefs. And then in Latin America, what are the territorial tax systems? Well, I've tweeted about this many times. You guys got to follow us on Twitter, by the way. But just off the top of my head, we have from north to south, we have Belize, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, Ecuador, Paraguay, and Dominican Republic. Those are the ones that come to mind off the top of my head. So why territorial systems matter for individuals and expats? One aspect of this is tax optimization. By understanding and leveraging territorial systems, expats can generally reduce their tax liabilities by structuring their income in tax-efficient ways. You can live in a territorial tax country, say in Latin America, and then you'll be probably earning your money outside of Latin America and probably won't owe any tax in a lot of situations, right? And it helps simplify things. So for those living or working in multiple countries, it simplifies tax obligations since you're really only concerned with local income in each country. And this can kind of factor into your relocation decisions. Knowing which countries operate under a territorial system can influence where expats choose to live or work, especially if they have significant foreign income. You know, it's like, okay, you could live in Colombia if you're a resident, if you're spending the majority of the year there, you're paying, 40-50% tax. But if you're willing to go to, say, Ecuador or Panama or Costa Rica, which have pretty similar climates and everything, you can potentially pay zero tax. So do you want to pay 40% in Colombia, or do you want to pay 0% next door in Panama? So let's talk about navigating territorial tax systems as an expat. You need to understand the local tax laws wherever you're at, wherever you're evaluating. Each country has its nuances. For example, some might tax income based on where you're physically present, where other countries might look at where the income source is located. Basically, not every country has this, like even though there's a long list of countries with territorial tax systems, they're not all the exact same in terms of what they consider to be foreign sourced income versus locally sourced income, and how they treat different types of incomes. So we recommend seeking professional advice. Tax laws can be intricate, and consulting with a tax advisor who's familiar with international taxation is often wise. By the way, there's a link in the description to book a call with MyLatinLife. We can help you navigate this, particularly in Latin America. We help tons of people escape high tax countries like the US, Canada, the UK, Australia, Europe, and move to territorial tax countries, typically in Latin America. Another tip I have is leveraging tax treaties and being aware and familiarizing yourself with tax treaties that your home country has with countries you work in or where you earn income, to prevent double taxation or to claim tax credits. You really want to know if there are treaties in place, and if so, what the details of that are. And keep records, that's another tip. Maintain clear records of where income is earned, especially if you're working remotely or have income from various countries. Cool. So looking forward, with global mobility increasing, understanding territorial tax systems becomes more relevant. The landscape might shift with international initiatives aiming for tax fairness, but the fundamentals of how these systems work for individuals will remain key for expats. I think this marcation between residency-based tax systems and territorial-based tax systems, it's something that's very profound and will have a huge impact on your personal finances. So thank you for joining me on this in-depth journey through territorial tax systems for individuals and expats. If you found this video insightful, give it a like, subscribe for more educational content, and hit the bell icon for notifications. Again, book a call with MyLatinLife, and we have tons of other links in the description to the Twitter and so forth. And we'll see you in the next video, where we'll continue exploring the intricacies of taxation for the global citizen.